and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and welcome back to another one. And behind me today, we've got the 2021 Toyota Hilux, and this is the Workmate lowrider. So what do you guys reckon? Right, but before we get into that, I just want to do a shout out to Brian Hilton Toyota, who were nice enough to lend me this vehicle today to have a look at. Alright, so we'll start at the front end here. You've got the Toyota badge, you have a black grille, and then you do have a grey bumper bar. You do also have inserts where you can put fog lights if you need them as well. Now if you have a look, you've got these big halogen lights. It even says Hilux on the side there too. So what do you guys reckon of the Workmate? Have you got one? Have you got the older one? Are you interested in upgrading? Have you got something totally different? I'd be interested to hear your comments. Alright, so the wheels on the Workmate are 16-inch steel wheels, and they're wrapped in Bridgestone tyres, and they do a good job of road holding and low noise, and we'll have a look at that a little bit later on. So we come around to the back here. Toyota has fitted one of their genuine Toyota trays to the Workmate here. You have things like tie down points all the way, as you can see, and you've got these levers which are very easy to undo it, and I'll just show you what that looks like. So there you go, very easy to unload and load cargo, whatever it is that you want to carry in the back. And this is a massive tray. Have a look at it. It even goes around the headboard there. Alrighty, so we come around the back here. Pretty straightforward. You got the Toyota writing down there. And then you've got further down a genuine Toyota tow bar. And if I go right up to there, you can actually see that this can actually tow 3.5 tons, believe it or not. That's pretty good for a single cab Workmate. And then you have the tail lights there as well. Alright guys, let's go and have a look inside. Alright guys, let's having a look inside the Workmate. So door trim wise, you've got a little bit of leather up here. It's hard though. You do have some soft material for the armrest. Other than that guys, it's pretty much hard plastic. You do have your window and mirror switches there. There's a space for a drink bottle and some pocket space there as well, along with a nice speaker. Alright, so inside. So here, these are actually optional. These are the rubber mats that go in the Hilux. They're actually an optional extra. This is what would be on the floor normally, and I would recommend them if I was getting a Hilux like this. I would want some hard wearing mats, which is good. Alright, so cloth trim seats. Nothing fancy. Alright. Alright, let's jump in and have a look. Alright. So you can see the little Hilux come up. That's pretty cool. Alright, so down here we have, this would normally where the start button would be on it, but this one's got a proper key. Further down you have an height adjustment for your headlights, and you've also got a bonnet release there as well. So steering wheel is quite nice. Alright, so the dash. Now on the dash there you can see you got nice big dials. You do have a digital speedo there as well. You do have a few things there, what audio you're listening to. You've got your lane departure warning, and you've also got your radar cruise control, which you can turn on as well. And your assist is active, so let's leave that for now. Messages and settings as well. So you also have trip computers, driving range, your eco score as well, and the front wheels actually turn, if you can see that. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that side is for the menu button, and you've got the safety features there. And this side is your phone and audio controls there as well. You also have auto headlights on the stalk there, and you've also got the wiper stalk there as well. So moving further on, you have this nice digital clock there just above the hazard light switch, and integrated where the vents are, which is nice. I don't mind this sort of polished or piano black polished bit in the middle. It sort of breaks it up. It's not too plasticky, as you can see. So the media center. Now the media center is, again, this is the basic one. I think it's a little bit dated, like I've said before, guys. I think Toyota could do a better job of it. It does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well, which you can use your navigation there as well. So we go further down, we do have air conditioning controls there. They're just basic ones. And then if you have a look further down, you do have a USB connectivity there, and you also do have a 12 volt 120 watt power supply there as well, and you can turn your traction control on and off, as you can see, turned off. Alright, now bit of pocket space there. This is something a little bit different you don't see in a lot of cars now. It's a manual, so yeah, it doesn't have a camera when you put it into reverse, unfortunately. Yeah, I reckon it should have come with one. Having a tray, it's a bit hard to see. So down here you have this thing called a handbrake. A lot of cars now have a finger brake, so interesting to go a bit old school, you know, with the key, manual, and a handbrake. So got some pocket space there. You got cup holder, twin cup holders there. Further around here you do have twin glove boxes, one at the top there, and you do have one at the bottom, which is quite a big one too. So again, not bad. You also have a sunglasses case there as well, and you have your lights switch, interior light switch, which you can turn those on and off. Alright, now if I turn the camera around to me, I've got plenty of headspace there, as you can see, which is really good. And I'm no small fry as well, but I fit in this really well. The seat goes back enough for me, and yeah, I don't mind it actually. It's not bad. Years ago I've driven the old Hiluxes and I actually had no foot room. They've actually made a little bit more foot room now, which is really good. So yeah, and leg room there, as you can see, there's heaps of leg room. Push the clutch all the way in. So again, I don't mind it in here. It's very basic, but it does the job. Alright guys, let's go and have a look what's under the bonnet. Alright guys, just having a look under the bonnet of the Workmate. So here we've got a 2.7 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, and it produces 122 kilowatts of power, and 245 Newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 5-speed manual transmission we have here, or you can get it as an optional 6-speed automatic. Alright guys, let's go for a drive. Alright guys, just going to go for a little drive in the Hilux Workmate to see what I think. So, first impressions when I get in is it's very basic and old school, like I was talking about before, which I don't mind. So, these seats, cloth trim seats, are pretty comfortable, guys. I'm feeling pretty comfy, been driving this around for a bit now, and yeah, it feels quite nice. I mean, you've got to be, if you're going to be using this car for, you know, a delivery driver or a ute driver or something like that, then you're going to want to be comfortable in your own office. And let's face it, this is going to be your office. You're going to get in and out of this car however many times a day. So yes, they are quite comfortable, the seats. So vision out the front. Vision out the front is pretty good, straight on. When I look towards the passenger side of the windscreen, I do notice the rear vision mirror sort of in my way. So, and I'm 6'1" or 185 centimeters. So again, it's something that I can live with, but it does get in the way, a little bit of a distraction there. Vision at the back. Vision at the back is great at the moment because there's nothing in the tray. Obviously, if you filled the tray up right up, you would have limited rear vision. And it doesn't come with a reverse camera, this one. So I would say to get one fitted there. So vision out the sides. Vision out the sides I think is really good. And the mirrors do a pretty good job, even though you can see half of the tray taken up in the mirror. It still does a pretty good job. Alright, so how does the 2.7 litre go? You know what? Not as well as I thought it would. Actually, being a 2.7's been around for a while now, guys. And it's only a 4-cylinder, non-turbo petrol engine. But, look, it does get up and go okay. I think with a full load on the back, I think it would obviously be a bit slower again. But it holds the torque when you're cruising at 60 and you want to accelerate, say, from 4th gear. It does have a bit of torque there, which again is really nice. But yeah, guys, look, it drives, it's very basic in here. It doesn't have a lot of creature comforts, but it's got enough. You do have your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, your air conditioning, you've got your lane departure warning, and you've also got radar cruise control, which is nice to have on something like this. And it's a lot nicer to drive this than the older ones. Years ago I've driven mates Hiluxes and I found that the legroom in them was no good. So I'm actually pretty impressed with this one because it has a bit more legroom than the older models. So yeah, guys, like things like the infotainment system, I think Toyota really need to look at upgrading it totally, like starting from a, you know, total new infotainment system. I would like to see that. This one does an alright job, but it's getting a bit dated to me. And like, this is the basic one, doesn't even have navigation, you have to use it off your phone. So yeah, guys, look, it does have a few little things. The suspension, as you can probably tell, is very, very bumpy. It seems to just let you know. And I don't think you could ever fall asleep driving a Hilux like this because it's so bumpy that it just keeps you wide awake. I quite like the steering, how it's quite light for a ute, and again, you want to be comfortable in your office. And the clutch pedal is very light as well. Got easy, light clutch, easy gear changes. It's just, I would put a little bit of weight in the back if I had one of these, I think, because as you can see, I'm bouncing over every bump pretty much. But you do have nice comfy seats to sort of catch you when you bounce. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and if you did like the video, please subscribe, like and share it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright guys, I'll see you then.